Hi, my name is Jonathan Dachene. I'm the cinematographer, director, and editor of Tell Me Your Location from Khaled Rahim, and today we will be breaking down the two main lighting setups that I use for this video. So let's get right into it. So the first setup that we have is a white seamless studio. This is what the floor plan looked like. The area that we were shooting in was probably just around here. This little square right there. This wall right here was not a white seamless. So my camera was located right on this, in this corner, shooting that way to be able to get the widest angle that I could. Since we had a lot of dancers on stage, my depth of field was one of the biggest concerns I had. I wanted to make sure to have enough depth of field to be able to capture everyone that was on scene. So brighter light means I can keep my aperture high, I can keep my ISO relatively low and get a nice white seamless. To light this location, since there is not too much space here, the only option I had was to get a large 12 by 12 butterfly frame, 12 by 12 silk with an HMI behind it, shooting through the silk, which gave me this very nice and soft light. Still, I was probably shooting around 800 to 1200 ISO at an aperture of between f8 to f11, whatever I could get away with. I was shooting some slow motion, so whenever I needed to slow motion and bump my shutter speed, I would just crank up the ISO to 3000 or whatever. And so one light punching right through a huge diffusion gave me this very soft light, barely any shadows, very clean look. If I needed to get off the tripod, come in closer, I was able to do all of that with this very simple light setup. And now for our second lighting setup. This is what the floor plan of the studio looked like. The location that we were shooting was this area right here. We did not use this area. This is a green screen. So once again, I shot an angle to get the widest coverage possible to be able to get everyone into the shot. I added two 1K lights on the sides to provide some side lighting, since this would be I wanted to keep the over aesthetic very dark. Shining the light directly on them would have risen the exposure of the background, so I tried with the barn doors to keep as much lighting off the thick wall, focus it on the talent. And in the back I had an Airy 650 with two scrims into it to bring down the exposure as much as possible. And finally, the last element to bring the whole shot together was using haze in the air, a lot of it, with the side / back lighting. This created a very dynamic lighting scenario, which I think did pretty good. And that is how I lit the two main setups for this music video.